2 years ago, and here in KL, Malaysia finished 5th in 2015 and Vietnam 7th. So the action from earlier today, Malaysia had a win, as did the Philippines, in round robin for the women, and Cambodia defeated Myanmar in the playoff for 7th. Philippines leading comfortably in Group A. Malaysia in 3rd position in Group B. Vietnam also in 3rd with a 2-2 record.
The coach is Mr. Todd Purvis, and assistant coach is Pan Tan Kan. For Malaysia, number 0, Quek Ten Nguyen. Number 1, Ma Chi Guen. Number 2, Wong Chin Yong. Number 4, Su En Heng. Number 6, Chan Kek Tai. Number 7, Teo Kok Hao. Number 11, Wong Yi Hao. Number 20, Lo Shi Fai. Number 27, Ting Chun Hong. Number 34, Chi Li Wei. Number 35, Perry Lin. And number 41, Ivan Yo. Coach is Mr. Goh Cheng Huat. Assistant coach is Mr. Lee Keng Tian. And the team manager is Mr. Ruben Yananalingam.
1, 2, 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, kindly stand for the national anthem of Vietnam. Ladies and gentlemen, kindly remain standing for the national anthem of Malaysia. for the traditional handshake and exchange of gifts. Our three referees, ladies and gentlemen, for today's game is Ms. Kumiko Kumage from Japan, Mr. H. Renate from the Philippines, and Mr. Lin Mao from Myanmar. We would now like to invite both teams for their final warm-up before tip-off.
So a bit of horseplay on the benches before we get going here in this game between Malaysia and Vietnam. There is the roster for Vietnam. And the starting five. Nguyen Tu and Nguyen Tien Duong, two useful guards. Din Tan Tam had a strong game against Singapore the other evening. And Nguyen Van Hung likewise. Todd Purvis, coaching Vietnam these days, has had a bit of experience around Asia, having led the Indonesia Warriors to the 2012 ASEAN League title. Malaysian lineup. Kwek Chow Nguyen at 2 meters. They should be able to dominate the boards with the height that they can bring to the contest. Perry Lim also up towards 2 meters, about 195. And will be one of the starting forwards. Chan Kwat is head coach for Malaysia. Before these games, Malaysia had a 10 or 12 day training camp or tour of New Zealand. It was in late July.
Okay. Just know that when the guys don't come too early, when that penetration, you just have to slip behind. If possible, look for the under one. Okay. So it knows that this is the first play. And if you feel the same thing, they keep talking about it and just focus on it.
Vietnam's lost to Singapore just by 7 points, 80 to 73. And lost to Indonesia, 89-73. But beat Cambodia and Laos, 95-90 and 103-61. Malaysia in the smaller group beat Myanmar 95-42, but lost to Thailand and Philippines, 90-75 and 98-66. Vietnam in red then, right to left. Kumiko Kumagai of Japan has the match ball. And we're set for the tip-off. Malaysia in the lighter strip. And Vietnam not really contesting the tip-off. As Malaysia just worked the floor and get a feeling for the opposition. And the long three from Teo Koku, no good. Still finding their range, early minutes. Don't ever expect too much out of the opening exchanges. Nerves there. And despite the warm-up, it always feels different once the whistle goes. Nguyen Tien Duong. It's 5 on the shot clock now. and lost it. So a Malaysian possession. They were guilty of quite a few softish turnovers against Singapore, Vietnam. I'll see if they can tighten that department up here against Malaysia. Low C5, just waiting for the available man. 5 on the shot clock. And again, the 3 doesn't go, but it's off hands back to Malaysia. Chee Wei it was who had the attempt from outside. Ah, the layup is there. Teo Kok Hu, very quick around the defence. Yuan Chanchu gets some help. And they've lost it again on the baseline. Pleased that Chee Wei maybe had a hand on it from Vietnam, but referees didn't see it that way. Oh, got a pass. Not finished. Got some skills. Teo Kok Hu, number 7 for Malaysia. And 23, DINH Tam opens the account for Vietnam on the end of a dream pass. Did give the opposition a look, but he took it well. Teo. Oh, that's only to the advantage of Malaysia, and then they fouled under the basket.
Two shots for Perry of Malaysia.
Ooh, just taken out of the hands and into the basket. Perry Lim at the line. See if Malaysia can restore an early lead here. Misses both, unfortunately, for Malaysia. Tuan too. Oh, he's versatile on the dribble and gets some penetration as well. Oh, that is beautiful. Low C5 on the end of the pass. Sweet as. Malaysian fans would love to see a bit more of that. Long shot from DINH Tam doesn't go. Vietnam players pointing one way and the referee pointing the other. Not quite the alley-oop, but just works it neatly off the glass. The 3, not this time. DINH Tam. And he's just lost the handle, but it's come off Malaysia. So Vietnam to retain possession. 3¼ minutes into the first quarter. Player baseline needs some help. Getting monstered there. Lee knocked 2 with the in ball. Here we go, Vietnam get their first 3. And it's Lee knocked 2. Good D from Vietnam, really stepping up now. To have found some rhythm create the open look for Nguyen TUAN 2. And Malaysia pick up the scraps. Come down court pretty quickly, try and get the chance to Tin Chun Hong. Tight game. It's very, very early. Nguyen TUAN 2. Chen Dong. And Din Tan Tam made the brave attempt. And a second, turns around to the referee, no help. Kim Chun Hong looked like he thought that was going to go. They've made up for it. Chile Wei. And they get the 3 points in any event. Missed from outside, better work inside and convert the foul. TUAN 2. Let's see him giving the signal with his non-dribbling hand. And the foot was out, unfortunately. Todd Purvis is not too worried just yet. There are some bright signs from Malaysia as Perry Lim again on the end of a pretty sweet pass. Two shots coming up for Nguyen TUAN 2. Well, the Vietnamese defense was not awake to that. Perry Lee Lim just hangs on. TUAN 2, 2 shots. He's a good free throw shooter. The evidence of those 2 attempts. In comes Phu Hong. The attempt from long range was Tin Chun Hong. There's a foul on the follow-up. Chu Han Mun comes in. Tin Tan Tam has a break. Good finish from Perry Lim. He's really starting to take some charge of this match. Big and strong and at times unstoppable. Loose ball, but leaping on it was Nguyen Phu Hong. Looking for something off the glass, not there. Phu Hong works the floor. Hands all over Ting there. It's going to be a foul. Well, it could have been, except that Perry Lim made sure of it anyway. Su Ang Hung is in for Malaysia in 4. Tian Duong. try to be a little bit too fancy, TUAN Mun. Malaysia have extracted a goodly number of turnovers in the opening 7 minutes. Perry Lee Lim just posing there after the ball left his hand. He knew it was on track. For Hong. Perry Lee Lim is good. So with goaltending at the other end, I think the 2 points have been given. Yes, they have. So attempting to swat it away, Malaysia with the violation. Oh, hotly contested rebound, and it'll be Vietnam. With 2:38 on the clock and trailing by a couple, and have a fairly free exchange of players here. Nguyen Phuc Tam has come in, wearing the 0 shirt. Good pass to find the open man. That one not so flash. Perry Lim cannot be contained. There's a one-man wrecking crew at the moment for Malaysia. Posting points, getting rebounds, good second efforts. So second chance points mostly belong to him. I don't know if I'd want to wear shirt 0. I mean, wouldn't the opposition come up to you and say, "You're nothing. You're nothing"? It'll be a good joke once.
Number 2 for Malaysia, Wong Chin Yong. Checking in for the whole team.
Less than 150 left now. Well, the pass a little bit fortunate to find CHUN.
The steal and the basket. Malaysia now 21, Vietnam 13.
Well, that second basket happened so quickly, we weren't actually paying attention, but they've picked up a bonus 2 there, Malaysia. Off the throw-in. So it won't please Todd Purvis. Soft points. 8 the lead now. That's a troubling deficit for Vietnam quite early. Van Hong. And there's a travel against To Quang Trung. Chan Kek Tai is back on court for Malaysia. Suang Hung. Charging foul against Malaysia. He's really sorted out To Quang Trung. This is all right. Yeah, that's not okay. Wong Chin Yong.
Number 14,
21-13 and a minute left in the first quarter. So a little bit of everything. A couple of very physical exchanges. Not too much shooting from outside, and a fairly dominant first term from Perry Lim for Malaysia. He's been the star. He's having a break right now. Quick Tian Yuan. Nine the lead as we approach the first break. Hong is casually working the traffic. Funny how all the players like to referee when the ball goes out. It's, whose possession it's going to be. The referees might get a bit tired of that. Wong Chen Yong was drawn away from the basket. He looked like he had a good low position. Rebound. All taken by Nguyen Van Hong. Smart tip to allow the second attempt. But that is all we'll have for this first quarter. Malaysia good for the lead. They've been slightly the better side. And very Lim, 10 points already and half a dozen rebounds. And 5 from 7 from the field. He's really had a wonderful first quarter. That steal that we barely saw. And 22-13 Malaysia. Here we go, second quarter action, Malaysia and Vietnam. Vietnam in the red strip and trailing 22-13. And they immediately trim it a little with a couple from Dinh Tien Kong. 15-9 the rebounds in that first quarter, if you caught the stats there just before the restart. And Malaysia 18-8. Points in the paint. This is the playoff for 5th and 6th. Malaysia did finish 5th 2 years ago behind gold medalist the Philippines, silver Indonesia, bronze Singapore. Thailand were 4th. Three from Ma Chi Kun. Yes, Malaysia 5th and Vietnam 7th 2 years ago. Three on one in the fight for the ball there, so Malaysia understandably coming away with it. Wong Chen Yong spreads it. Su has a go from deep. Vietnam working on a 10-point deficit. Steal. Well done. But, the intercept, as good as it was from Wong Chin Yong, brought nothing for Malaysia. A bit sloppy at the other end. Chile Wei, he's in 34, and he joins the game with 8:15 until half-time. Su Eng Hung brings it up the floor for Malaysia once more. Oh, that was an ambitious pass. Too many red shirts between the passer and the recipient. Must have thought a couple weren't looking. Lee Nok Tu works his way in towards the paint. Kwek Tian Yuan accredited with the foul. Chuan 2 gets them set. Shot clock winding down to 6 now.
Passing number 4.
A foul against Malaysia fairly early in this second quarter. They don't want to get themselves into team foul trouble. Chuan 2. This time the 3 drops. And Din Tan Tam just inside the arc, so that's only the 2 for Chile Wei. Possibly had time to step back and take it from outside, but he liked where he was. Sometimes you've just got to feel the shot. You like how you are, where you are, and pull the trigger from there. Depending on the game situation, of course. If you're down by 3 with 20 seconds to go, you would step back. Chile Wei does well to take the rebound, eventually got a look at it, and then got some help from Kwek Tian Yuan, who finishes the job. Allow then a little closer to gather the 2. To Kwang Trung. And a bit of run and gun stuff happening now. The scoring has opened up, 29-20. And the teams are 7 apiece in the second quarter. From the free throw line. Nice one. Yuan Van Hong. Oh, that was a bit ugly. Chile Wei from outside might put that one away.
Substitution for Malaysia, number 20, number 35, number 7.
Blow Sifai back on court for Malaysia as Ma Chi Kun and Su Eng Hung take a break. TUAN 2. Seeing if there's an open channel. Just about found one, but couldn't find the bucket. Misses at either end. Vietnam with a 4-on-3 if they're quick. That's better. And that's Din Tan Tam. Malaysia by 5. So Vietnam leading the quarter, if not yet the game. Attempt won't go for Wong Chin Yong. Chuan 2. And he's tripped up at the perimeter there and apology, really, from Perry Lee Lim. Chan Kek Tai checks in for Wong Chin Yong. So Vietnam have done well to take a 9-point quarter-time deficit back to 5, and they've got possession here. The 3, nope, and no red shirts looking for that rebound. Player driving along the baseline. Here's Tin Chung Hong. Just managed to lose his player. Ting untroubled with a simple finish.
Mình không bao giờ có người đứng góc không độ cho nó 4-5 cản thôi. Đây là một cái bài chạy chỉ cho 4-5 và cái người hậu vệ ở đây thôi. Em mới nhìn thấy Hồng lật vô trong đây nhiều lắm mà, đóng nhiều lắm mà.
So then Tham, you pop.
Cầm giật ra.
Weak side be ready. If you don't have it there, look to dribble hand off to that weak side. All right. Hey, when we get back down on defense, we got to match up faster.
Thủ mình phải coi. Okay, that reversal just goes down. And that cut, hey, that one goes in, that cut. I want to tell you, you don't stand there. You just have to come on top so that you can fit with this ball. That's to make it simple. Okay?
31-24 Malaysia, and Perry Lim hasn't scored in the second quarter. Still pegged on his 10 points. And Malaysia will be hoping that the timeout has an effect on the momentum of Vietnam. They've got it at the moment. They've only got 5 seconds on the shot clock. Oh, pulls up and fires. He's a dangerous man, Din Tan Tam. And Perry Lim is back. And he's got a dozen now. I'll tell you, Cheng Huat, the coach, needs to have Perry Lim out on court as many minutes as he can stand, as long as he doesn't get in foul trouble, because he's certainly a handful for the defense. Din Tan Tam is at the line for Vietnam. Swinging the ball around nicely, Malaysia. Getting a couple of looks. Finally take one from deep. Lo Si Fai adds the 3.
3 points by Lo Si Fai.
Vietnam try the same. Not so successful. Teo. Shot from Quoc Tian Yuan, hit the rim. It nearly came straight back to him. Instead, it's Vietnam streaking to the basket. Again through Din Tan Tam. He's doing it all for Vietnam at the moment. They're just leaving him alone, Vietnam. Maybe they need to start double teaming him. Points in the paint, well, 26-8, so they're having trouble getting inside Vietnam. They're there now, and even when they do get there, come up empty. 38-30. Good free-flowing basketball we got at the moment. Hits the rim, and NGUYEN was disappointed with the shot. He just dropped to his... I think he might be injured. Something's happened.
Substitutions for Malaysia, number 34.
NGUYEH rejoins the action. Have to see how quick NGUYEN goes. He's made his way to the bench, a little distressed. NGUYEN 2. Couldn't take a trick at the free throw line. And Malaysia still by 8. 2 to go till half time. Faked with the 3 from outside, made good penetration. Couldn't turn it into points straight up. As TUAN gets a rest. Turnover, Vietnam to take it. NGUYEN 2. Looking for players in motion, comes back to him. NGUYEN 2 gets the 3.
3 points for number 1.
3 from 10 and 2 from 15. Not too flash from outside either team. Ting Chong Hong grabs a couple, more conventional style. Oh, that's a fortunate rebound for Vietnam. It hit the rim so hard it came back into the arms of DUONG. Has it again now. Just keep pulling the trigger from out there. And NGUYEN 2 says, if you keep giving it to me, I'll keep picking up threes. Well, maybe. He's at least going to keep trying. The lead's been trimmed to just 4. Make that 6. Low C5. Last seconds of the first half. And we've got a ball game on our hands. The shot was a bit flat. He didn't have a chance to go in. 7 seconds to find something. 2 seconds for Malaysia to try and find a basket that was a long way away. So here we go, the end of 2 pretty good quarters of action. First quarter belonged to Malaysia, 22-13. DINH with 13 points, the skillful number 23 for Vietnam. You like that one. He jumped on this one. It was a no-look pass to keep possession, but the possession was lost. And here's the injured NGUYEN. Hope he'll be okay. But at half-time, it's Malaysia leading only by 4 now, 40-36 over Vietnam.
TIEN in the first quarter. Malaysia lead 22 points. 42 points to 36 for Vietnam. Malaysia's inbound, enjoy the third quarter.
Here we go then with the second half. Third quarter action between Malaysia and Vietnam. Kumagai of Japan has the game ball. Just checks that all is in readiness with the co-officials. And we have it underway. Malaysia in possession in the lighter strip, the red for Vietnam, who were good in the second quarter. Vietnam won the second quarter 23-18. As Malaysia missed their first shot from just inside the line and short, hard off the rim. There's the rebound for somebody. And Malaysia have it nearly stolen back by Vietnam's Lee Ngoc Tu. There he is. Oh, that looked good through the air. Was certainly on track from Su Eung Hung. What's the distance the issue? Coasting in, as he's done so often. Din Than Tam had 13 points in the first half, so he's 15 now. The leading scorer of the half was Perry Lim. He scored another 4 in the second quarter after 10 in the first, so he was used more sparingly in the second period. There's another couple for Ngoc Tu. Malaysia have not scored in the opening minute and a quarter of the third period, so Vietnam have got this lead. There's a decent work of Lee Ngoc Tu. Beg your pardon, Malaysia have scored 2. Make that 3. So just correcting myself there. 40-36 it was at half-time. And so straightening that out for you, both teams 4 points in this third period. A bit of a struggle getting it out of the backcourt. Took a bit of a knock, Din Than Tam, just as he was getting rid of the ball, and it spills out for the turnover. And Malaysia, we'll see what they can do with it this time. No look pass gets no result from Lo Si Fai. Rueful look from Cheng Wat. Why do my players do that? It really wasn't necessary. That's just trying to be fancy. It's not like the receiving player was being heavily marked. Just look at him and pass it to him. Chuan 2 misses from fairly comfortable range. Anybody's game. 44-40, 2 minutes gone in the third. He muscled his way in well, Van Hung, but couldn't finish. Just having one of those patches in the game where scoring's a bit more difficult to come by. Long bomb from Lo Si Fai. Has better luck close in. Does Perry Lim. Strong boxing out there from Chile Wei. Ouch. And down goes Perry Lim. That'll require a good wipe of the floor. Perry's at the line. Still trying to get the stars out of his head. Todd Purvis, Vietnam coach. Oh. Low C5 helps out. That's a very strange turnover. Here's the missed free throw. Tipped in by low C5. Thanks very much. Missed two and then get two. So Jung chases the rebound. Nearly fouls Tien Duong. Malaysia back out by 8 now. Malaysia were struggling in the opening couple of minutes of this third quarter. I think their lead trimmed to 4 at half-time. Now they've pushed it back out to 8. It's a bit of an elastic, this margin. This is the playoff for 5th and 6th. Malaysia looking to replicate their 5th placing 2 years ago. Perry Lim did well to deny the shot, but couldn't keep it in. Arm all over his opponent there. Oh, pass off the floor from Lim. He's got most of the skills. He's got all of them at some level. Perry Lim arching his back to take the rebound. And that's, in the end, come off Tien Duong. So another Malaysian possession. 4 minutes gone in the third. 9 on the shot clock for Malaysia. They'll have to be efficient here. Chin Chong Hong rejoins the game as Low C5 takes a seat. Oh, he just lost the handle there. Chi Li Wei looked like a good setup. Nice set move. Oh, Perry Lim, lovely spin move. Wouldn't drop for him. Chi Li Wei went looking for the intercept. Ma Chi Kun subbed out. And the charging foul against Vietnam. Todd Purvis obviously disagrees. This possession could take it out to 10 for Malaysia if they can do something with it. Perry Lim into the paint. Can't make it go. Ooh, have they got the rebound? They have. Good second effort on the rebound from Su Ing Hung. Van Hung. Good with the foul on Malaysia. He's got him all wrapped up. Perry Lim turns around and says, surely. And indeed. Perry Lim again has played some very good minutes. Not two takes a break. So when Perry Lim's off the court, the Vietnamese prospects brighten. Scoring options and rebounds not so easy to come by when Lim's off the court. Su Ang Hung. Oh, there goes his 100% shooting at the at the free throw line. He's 3 from 4 now. Oh, it's elbows flying and noses in the way. Malaysia by 9. It's got a little bit scrappy again. Hong Trung nearly had the steal. Instead, it's 2 for Malaysia. Su's picking up points nicely for Malaysia. Leads out to 11. Oh, and the foot was on the line, unfortunately for Ma Chi Kyun. There's a pull-up jumper from Su. Fu Hong. Shot clock was working against him. He had to fire. Here's the 3. He was only going to go off glass if it went at all from Tin Chong Hong. Not his best effort from out wide. Nearly the steal. They're certainly looking for them, Malaysia. Putting on some good defensive pressure. Can't find the man inside. Pass from Fu Hong intercepted. The drive baseline through Su Ang Hung. He's fouled it. I've seen worse not called. Shouldn't have mentioned his free throw percentage before. He's missed the 2 since I mentioned it. .40. The lead is a dozen. Su deserves a rest. He's worked hard out there. Perry Lim's back on. I'll say if they had both Su and Lim off, that might struggle, but they have other options, including Teo Kok Hu, who bags a couple. Whoops. They had numbers. Now they've got time. And now they've got 3. Ma Chi Kyun. And he's lighting it up for Malaysia as they leap out to a 57-40 lead. And he gets a headbutt for his troubles. Friendly fire. Just tucked the ball under his arm there for a step and a half.
This guy steps into the minutes. This guy comes back. This guy circles. Look for the man crossing.
Lúc nào cũng có 3 người để mà đưa trái banh lên hết. Lúc nào cũng có 3 người để mà đưa trái banh lên hết.
and then we get it across and execute.
Qua tới nửa bên sân bên kia bắt đầu chạy bài. Cơ bản nhất là mình có 3 người đưa banh
Once
lên.
we get it across, I want to run horns.
Qua xong chạy bài thôi. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Defense in. Let this guy bring down the ball. And Meme, you locate the man, you go. If Perry, your man goes up, you have to follow. Behind the pass to get it down. Okay, man to man, back to the.
Lim with 16, but it's good to see some other contributors there for Malaysia. He's not a one-man show anymore. Can make it so when he's on. $57-40. Just a reminder that the margin was only 4 at half-time. Assistant coach and player in deep conversation down on the bench. It's True Han Mun having a chat. Meantime, trying to rustle up some points or at least keep the ball was CHUN 2. Hasn't been able to do that. Perry Lim gets up a little distressed and not happy. Oh, and that's why. That should be called. He's just about bumped him into the bleachers, CHUN 2. Perry Lim. Had a serious injury out of that last collision. That's not his strength. He's got a few other strong suits though. Low C5, checks back in for Tin Chung Hong. Malaysia doing much better off the bench, obviously. Doing better in most departments. Perry Lim helps himself to another board. 41-26. Well, we thought that might be the case. As Ma Chi-kun gets another 3. He's trying to help out in defense. Need a ball. Oh, there it is. Vietnam now chasing down a 20-point deficit. They're doing it all at the moment. Just right. Low Si Fei helps himself to a couple. Scoring is stopped for Vietnam. They've only scored 4 points in the quarter. And there's only a minute 40 left. There's a lot of cold shooting hands out there for Vietnam. Meanwhile, Ma Chi-kun. He's in shooting heaven at the moment. By 25, Vietnam have it now. Little left-handed effort from Lo Si Fai, and then from deep Ma Chi Kun. CHUN 2 at the line now. That reduces it, but that's a big margin to try and chase down in 1 quarter and a minute. So getting close to the last break. Strong boxing out from Vietnam. Oh, no call on that. That's a clean steal. Does he want to do it again? Of course he does, but he can't this time. He claps his hands in disappointment, Ma Chi Kun. Well, Todd Purvis pleading for something, but his team's just gone cold. Malaysia, to their credit, have stepped it up. They're exploring all sorts of options that don't always involve Perry Lim. He was mainly responsible for their 22-13 quarter-time lead. He got 10 of those 22 points. He was a bit quieter in the second. And they've had lots of contributors in the third, especially Ma Chi Kun from outside. 5 on the shot clock. Oh, they don't need them all, though. Perry Lim gets another couple. And they restricted Vietnam to 7 points for the quarter. And Malaysia leading Vietnam now 67-43. Here are the stats for you. 41% from the field, Malaysia. They won the quarter 27-7. They were doing it right at both ends of the court, keeping Vietnam quiet and opening it up from inside and out. That's again very limp. They've tried all sorts of things to keep him quiet, Vietnam. But he will not be stopped. Oh, that was from way downtown. He was a couple of feet outside the perimeter there, To Quang Trung. Su Ang Hung He's under some good pressure from Vietnam that time. Didn't get a good shot away. Lo Si Fa wasn't expecting that to end up in his hands quite so quickly. He reacted well. Into the paint he comes, almost. Again for three, and again it's To Kwang Trung. I've got it back to 20. Sueng Hung has made quite a difference when he's been on the court. Chuan 2. Another couple for a team which needs to get very busy and make some stops if they'd have any chance of pulling off a miraculous comeback here. They probably don't believe themselves when they're down by 21 and under 8 minutes to go. But Nguyen Chuan 2. If this defense of Malaysia cares to go to sleep because they think they've got it won, Vietnam might make it interesting. They did the same to Singapore. Singapore in the end held on 80-73. But they too were out by more than 20 and inadvertently made it a little too interesting for themselves, but they got the win. I guess what that means is that this Vietnam team can fight right to the end. Malaysia's just had too many spells where they've been scoring freely. And Vietnam haven't been able to stop the bleeding quickly enough. Ma Chi Kun can't believe that foul was called. Off goes Lo Si Fa. Lim on the end of a delicious bounce pass. And Lim the rebound. He's got speed, he can shoot, he can box out and rebound. I like Perry Lim. He's just not been too good at the free throw line. But everywhere else you look, he's a star. I'll have a couple more. If the commentators are going to talk about me, here's something else. Chuan 2 weaves through the traffic. Oh, how did that not go? That just seems unfair. What happens to some of my putts? 23 the lead for Malaysia. Almost halfway through the last quarter. That was his range. Teo Koku. Faked from outside, took it inside, took 2 points away. Did you call that a rebound? I mean, it just went from the rim straight into the arms of Perry Lim. If you really don't have to do anything for it, then again, some rebounds are worth 1.5, aren't they? When you've really got to leap and struggle and fight. Teo. 5 on the shot clock. Better do something. Throws up a prayer. And coming down with it, THANH. He gets a good close look at the floorboards. The lead was 24 at three-quarter time. Ouch, that's a fair old foul from Chung Kek-tai. TUAN 2. It's been one of the best for Vietnam in this clash with Malaysia to sort out 5th and 6th at these 29th Southeast Asian Games. And he does get both. Teo brings it up the floor. I don't know why he bothers from out there, Chile way, but maybe they were running out of options and time. CHUN 2. Now DINH. Oh, DINH THANH TAM.
3 points. 3. 10.
Oh, that's better work from Chile way. Set the screen outside, worked his way into the bucket, picked up the pass and had a couple of points. Oh, but having said that, he does that. The hand's not quick enough.
Substitution, number 12, check in for Vietnam.
Lo Si-Fei pulls in the board. 3.5 to go. 80 to 58. Can only be one winner now out of this one. So Malaysia, who finished 5th 2 years ago, will back that up with a similar finish here. I read something interesting about the draw for the men's basketball competition. I find it hard to believe. Malaysia apparently lost the chance to get a more favourable draw because they missed their opportunity to say as hosts which pool they wanted to be in, and so they ended up on the same side of the draw as defending champions the Philippines, it's Thailand and Myanmar. I'll just say I'm surprised. I wouldn't have thought that you'd get to say which side of the draw you were in, but if that is true and they didn't say that they'd rather not be in with the Philippines, then and they were automatically put in Pool A. Anyway, it all sounded a bit odd. I don't know why as hosts you get to say which pool you're in. Oh, that was looking very classy until it missed. So Malaysia lost to the Philippines 98-66. And to Thailand 90-75. They beat Myanmar 95-42, find themselves in this playoff for 5th and 6th, and they're going to win it, and comfortably. And through the last 3 minutes. Oh, that's a good follow-up. Very limb. Just reads the play so well and so early. Because that's what the better players do in many sports. They seem to have more time because they anticipate better than others what's going on, where the ball is heading. Foul against Van Hung. He's gone a bit quiet. Todd Purvis, not much they can do here for this sort of margin. 26. But he does thank Nguyen Van Hong for his efforts. He's the veteran in the team. Chile way. It's the first. Part of the story of this match is that Malaysia are just too big for Vietnam, and that has led to a lot of possession off the boards, a lot of strong play inside. Oh, thank you. They're looking for 100. 89 plays 58. Low, C5 with the 3. Men just breezed past one. Tried to get it to a man charging through the paint. Collected a Malaysian foot. Han Men pulls up, shoots from range. Tin Chung Hong for Malaysia just went up a little bit early for the rebound. That can happen when the ball bounces a little harder off the rim than you're expecting, and it hangs up there for longer. And you've jumped too early and expecting the ball to come down after a certain period, and it just defies gravity. Good hands-up play from Malaysia. Teo Goku. He's quick. Oh, that's great work. Low C-Fei. Looked like he was done to rights there, but stood his ground, put a big arm up. They love it. Chile Wei. He jams it in, and at the other end, Din Tien Kong gets a couple. It is remarkable what's happened in this second half. 40-36 it was at the break. Vietnam only trailed by 4. And the final margin is going to be 30 plus, perhaps. Well, these are the nothing minutes, if you like, in a one-sided game. Sometimes the players try and give the fans something to get excited about. Low C-Fi. Everybody knows what the result has to be. A win for Malaysia. They took the game away from Vietnam really in the third quarter, which they won 27-7. Here's that jam from Chile Wei. $19 points so far for Vietnam in the last quarter. But another 26 for Malaysia. Ten seconds left before Malaysia claim 5th place and Vietnam 6th. Oh, that's hardly draws a ripple of applause from Lee Phuoc Tong. And that'll do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's the ball game. Malaysia take this game 93 points to 64. Congratulations to both teams. Well
93-64. They almost had their 30-point margin, Malaysia, but they do have 5th place. Relegating Vietnam to 6th. They had some very good players out there, Malaysia. None better than Perry Lim, but good contributions from Ma Chi Kun, Chile Wei, Low Si-Fai, and Din Tien Kong and Din Tan Tam were probably the best for Vietnam. But they were well beaten on the day, in it at half-time, but it's a 4-quarter game, and Malaysia have prevailed by 93 points to 64. It's the end of the tournament for these two teams, so they thank their fans for the tournament, and we thank their participation and wish them a safe travelling home. Bright finish from the host nation though, 93-64 over Vietnam.
Hey, give it up for Coach Go! Hey, give it up for Coach Go! The last one will be percaya kita boleh on 3, okay? 1, 2, 3. Percaya kita boleh! Thank you.
Good shot.
Give it up for Coach Go! The last one will be percaya kita boleh on 3, okay? 1, 2, 3. Percaya